best town around. My name is John McCormick. I'm the mayor of this great town, and we're here today for a first ever presentation of a Mayor's Public Safety Award to a public safety telecommunications employee, in other words, a dispatcher in our town who participated in an incident that showed that the training she got and the experience she has really impacted the job she did. Let me just read it and we can all talk about it. Whereas on October 30th, 2025, Public Safety Telecommunications Specialist, PST from now on, Darlene Bonilla answered a 911 call reporting a domestic dispute and quickly and calmly ascertained crucial information regarding the nature of the call, the caller's name, address, callback number, and additional information that the caller had physically attacked, stabbed a female with a knife, and that the victim was unconscious. Further, PST Bonilla managed to keep the male caller on the line, telling him that police and EMS were en route to provide medical assistance and to elicit additional details regarding the domestic dispute, including basically a confession. Upon learning that responding officers and EMS were on scene, PST Bonilla continued conversation with the male caller, convincing him to surrender unarmed, where he was taken into custody with that incident and ultimately charged with the murder of the female victim. And whereas PST Darlene Bonilla, utilizing training and experience, successfully and professionally de-escalated a violent and dangerous encounter, and is hereby recognized for her dedication to public safety and honored before the Woodbridge Township Police Department, fellow public safety communicators, and the Woodbridge Township community. Ladies and gentlemen, first time ever for the dispatcher to be honored in this way, but it just shows you once again the training that the people involved in the Woodbridge Police Department have and the way they do their job. And we can kind of call this a life-saving because it could have been, and who knows what could have developed from that situation with someone who just stabbed somebody on the line. And Darlene had the presence of mind to calmly, and says calmly and professionally, keep talking to him, making sure he didn't leave the house and do something to somebody else. Who knows what could have developed from that situation. If the guy can stab somebody that he knows that easily, who knows what he could have done had she not done what she did and handled it the way she did. So, Darlene, come on up. The answer is usually no, but I always ask people if they want to say a few words. Tell me a little bit about, you don't have to talk about this scene, tell me about your job, the training, the people you work with. You just happen to be the one that got that call. Yeah. And, you know, thank goodness it was you, so tell me a little bit if you want about it.
I mean, it's never a call you want to answer, you know. But I had, you know, years of experience to realize that something was going on, and I had to just keep them on the line, and, you know, had to not hang up. I had to just keep asking the questions, you know, use all the training to provide us.
And that it couldn't be easy because this guy just did something horrific.
Yeah, he was very calm. He was just like, you know, get two officers here and just kind of wanted to hang up. I had to just keep him on the line and just say, you know, ask my questions. Like, you know.
And you effectively, on tape, got him to admit to what he did,
Yeah.
which is invaluable when this comes someday, who knows what, a court hearing, charges, whatever. You got him to admit it. So, Lisa, do you guys ever remember anything like this before? I mean, probably, this is like a 1 in a million kind of, you know, call that happened that you dealt with. All right, well, congratulations. Pictures afterwards. I'd like to call up Police Director Joe Niski to say a few words, if you could, and about Darlene and the whole incident.
So first of all, I want to thank the mayor and the council for always recognizing our police department. I think sometimes you don't mind dispatchers, right? So sometimes I think our dispatchers go overlooked as being part of the first responder community, but they never go unnoticed or underappreciated because we notice you every day, and I think every day someone tells you that we appreciate you. Unfortunately, I don't think that we've recognized our dispatchers enough, and this is the first step to acknowledging all the great work that you did on this particular occasion and that all of your colleagues do every day. It's a very difficult job sitting there and communicating with something that's happening out on the road and not being able to physically do anything. It really is, am I right? And, part of what they do or what she did in this instance, the first important part is to get as much information as possible, because we have police officers responding to the scene of a murder with a murderer who's armed with a knife. So getting all of that information and relaying it to the cars keeps our officers safe. And then, like I said, keeping him on the phone, keeping him in the house, and making sure he doesn't harm anyone else. And the kicker is, she got a confession, which I'm sure they'll challenge in court, but will prevail like we already do. Congratulations.
I'd like to quickly introduce the council here to your left. Third Ward Councilman covering Avenel, Port Reading, current council president for one more meeting tonight. The rest of the year, Corey Spiller. To his left, Debbie Meehan, Fifth Ward covering Colonia. To her left, Brian Small, councilman at large, former police officer. To his left, Howie Bauer, Second Ward, Ford, Slope Lawn, and Caseby. To his left, Lisbeth DeJesus, councilwoman at large. And to her left, Sharon McAuliffe, First Ward, Woodbridge proper, and Seabourn. As is usually the case when something's involving police officers and awards and honors, Councilman Brian Small, former PD, would like to say a few words.
Thank you, Mayor. I had an opportunity to work with Darlene for many years. She looks young, I got old. She always did a great job. Lisa was in a radio room. What the director said, their job is pivotal. I mean, they are collecting the information to get out there for the police officers to better prepare themselves for what they're walking into. And, recognizing them, it's a great day. It's a start of a new beginning, and Darlene, great job.
Jesus has been an unofficial liaison with the council and the police officers, police department, I should say. Do you want to say a few words?
Sure. Congratulations. I just want to say, like I always say, I think the men and women of our police department, including our dispatch team, they have the best training because we make sure that we back them up. And there's no doubt that, this was a difficult call, and I'm sorry that you had to go through that. I watched Call 911 on TV, and I'm sure it's, my heart races. So this, you lived it. And again, I'm sorry that you had to go through that traumatic experience, but I appreciate the work that you and your colleagues do. Again, we in council, and I'm sorry that I'm speaking for all of you, but it's something that I believe. We believe in our police department, we believe in the work that they do, and we always try to support them as best that we can by providing the training that they need. Deputy Director Niski does a fantastic job in also supporting the men and women in our police department. So it goes from the top, from the mayor, all the way down to Director Niski and all the supervisors and all the sergeants and everybody in charge in our support of our men and women, because you do a job that we can't do. And I believe that everybody's called, for specific jobs, and everybody has purpose. So as far as I'm concerned, I truly appreciate the work that all of you guys do. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you.
Sole picture of Darlene.
Yeah, okay. Stand right back here. Where you say? Smile. Director, this could you step in, please. Mayor and council. Especially
No.
Everybody ready?
Your family? Get some shot. Right, congratulations.
Good evening, we'll call the council meeting to order. Please rise and pledge the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence for all our military personnel. Please keep in your thoughts and prayers Officer Tenpenny, who died tragically in Woodbridge Police Department. Keep their family, his family in your thoughts, please. Thank you. Mr. Mitchell.
Notice the requirements of the open public meeting will have been satisfied concerning this meeting. The Home News Tribune published a notice along with the Star Ledger on January 10th, 2025. A copy of the schedule was posted on the municipal bulletin board, and it should be so noted in the minutes of this meeting. Councilman Anderson.
Here.
Councilman Bauer.
Here.
Councilwoman De Jesus.
Here.
Councilwoman Meehan.
Here.
Councilman Patel.
Here.
Councilman Small.
Here.
Councilman Harris. Vice President McAuliffe.
Here.
And President Spiller.
Here.
Got to get a motion to approve the minutes from December 2nd and December 11th.
Motion. Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it. Beginning with second reading ordinances this evening, we're going to take letters A, B, and C by consent. All three are with regards to our traffic and parking, Chapter 7, our revised ordinance of the Township of Woodbridge. The first is to add parking restrictions on Ridgedale Avenue. The second is to add on Park Place and Madeline Drive. And the third is to repeal and replace Section 7-43 with regards to parking in spaces that are reserved for cars that are electric vehicles. With that said, could I get a motion that the ordinances be taken up on second and third reading and the public hearing be opened?
Motion. Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. The public hearing is now open on letters A, B, and C only. Second reading, A, B, and C. Hearing no comment from the public, can I get a motion that the public hearing be closed, the three ordinances be submitted to the mayor for approval as required by law?
Motion. Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Letter D is an ordinance authorizing the acquisition of property. This is with regards to property owned by the Department of Transportation in the vicinity of Smith and Newton Streets. Can I get a motion that this ordinance be taken up on second and third reading and the public hearing be open?
Motion. Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. The public hearing is now open on letter D only. No comment from the public. Can I get a motion that the public hearing be closed, the ordinance be adopted and submitted to the mayor for approval as required by law?
Motion. Second.
Questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. And letter E is the last one listed for second reading. This is an ordinance establishing salary ranges for the employees of the township. Could I get a motion that this ordinance be taken up on second and third reading and the public hearing be open?
Motion. Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. The public hearing is now open on letter E only. Hearing no comment from the public, can I get a motion that the public hearing be closed, the ordinance be adopted and submitted to the mayor for approval as required by law?
Motion. Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. And finally, Mr. President, resolutions 1 through 93 inclusive. Can I get a motion to approve 1 through 93?
Motion. Second.
Any questions or comments from council?
I'll be abstaining from number 93.
So noted.
I'm staying from 37, please.
Any other comments or questions? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Mitchell. Now go to the public comment portion of the meeting. Approach the microphone, please state your name, what's like in the township or state you live in, you'll have a one-time opportunity to speak.
Any comments or questions from the public this evening? Here are no comments or questions. Could I get a motion that the public comment portion be closed?
Motion?
Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. We'll go into the agenda.
Thank you, Mr. Mitch. We'll start with my agenda. My agenda is in order. If anyone knows me, knows I don't write speeches. Being that it's the last meeting of the year, I wrote a speech, and it's sitting on the copy machine in my office as we speak. So I apologize. But I just want to thank my fellow councilmates for their trust and their faith and their support in me, for putting me in this position as your council president for 2025. Council president is only as good as his or her fellow councilmates with their support and guidance. It's a title I truly respect and honor, and something I will take away with me forever. I want to thank the mayor, Mr. Simaluka, Mr. Mitch, Mr. Haggerty, and Caroline for your unwavering support on a daily basis throughout the year. I want to thank all the directors and division heads. Please thank your staff. We say in every meeting, the line of staff are the ones that make us look good up here. You've made it very easy for me to navigate through our council meetings. Mr. Mitch, as always, I want to thank yourself and the wonderful ladies in your office. Nothing pretty much happens on a daily basis that doesn't go through your office. We are always very well prepared. And I always joke around, just think 32 years ago, I was a pimple-faced, snot-nosed little brat. Maybe I'm still a little bit of a brat, and you're my first chief of the fire department. It's something I always bring up, and it's something I truly admire and treasure. Thank you.
I don't remember the pimples though.
No, I do. Thank you. Council Vice President McAuliffe, I want to thank you for your support as my vice president, and I truly look forward to serving under you as council president next year. Council president has to have the ability to be able to communicate and be fair, speak with the residents. I feel I've done that. Along those lines, it is also the council president's responsibility to be able to navigate through misinformation that is purposely put out by residents in a manner to try to make it work to their advantage for whatever reason. This year, there seems to be a lot of that. It's something that's not going to happen on my watch. I'm sure it's not going to happen on Council Vice President McAuliffe's watch, and it certainly hasn't happened with any council president I've served under and will serve under. It's been fun, and I look forward to going back to one of these seats. So once again, before I start, thank you very much. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah. As I learned from Speaker Coughlin many years ago, as he said, whatever you celebrate it well. Wish to the end of a great 2025 and looking forward to 2026. Thank you. Council Vice President McAuliffe.
Thank you, Council President. My agenda is in order. I just have one announcement this evening. On this Friday, December 19th, the Avenel Middle School girls and boys basketball teams, as they face Ford's Middle School for the championship game starting at 4:30 at Woodbridge High School. Please come out and show your support. I'd like to just wish all the residents a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year, and enjoy the time with family, friends, and loved ones, and be safe throughout the holiday season. Thank you, Council President.
Thank you, Council Vice President McAuliffe. Councilman Anderson.
Thank you very much, Council President. My agenda is in order. I have two quick announcements. One I would like to congratulate the Woodbridge Broncos cheerleaders as they returned last week. Both their Pee Wee and JV cheerleaders took third place in the national competition. I'd like to thank all of the local businesses and local organizations that donated to the trip and to their effort. I also want to thank all of the organizations that participated in last week's holiday parade. I really enjoyed it. It was the first time I ever got a chance to announce it, and it was a lot of fun. And Council President, I want to congratulate you on a very good year that you had here. It went very quickly, and you know what I really appreciated was the regular communication that you had with us. Whether it was a very small decision or something that was larger magnitude, you included the council, and you communicated, and we're a very good liaison between the council and our administration and mayor. So, you know, I hope you get to sit on this side of the room, you know, we enjoy next year as much as we enjoyed this year. But thank you very much, and I wish everyone a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, and all that you celebrate.
Thank you, Councilman Anderson, I appreciate it. Councilman Bauer.
Thank you, Council President. I think Council Vice President McCall would like to say something she forgot to say
Yes,
earlier.
I was given a little bit of incorrect information, I apologize. So I wanted to take the time as Vice President to thank you for all of the service that you've done for us this year. And I appreciate all the service that you've done for the council over the past year, and your leadership and commitment and responsibility as a council president has been greatly valued and have contributed positively to this entire council. And I look forward to working with you in the upcoming years on the council, and I appreciate all the guidance that you've given me as vice president, and I will take that when I take over that position in the coming year. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Council Vice President McCall. Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Bauer.
Thank you, Council President. My agenda's in order. Like the rest of my council mates will say, thank you for your leadership this year. Your ongoing commitment, not only to here on the dais, but also many years to the fire service in Avenue. Congratulations and best of luck over here. I like to keep my seat though. All right, I have one announcement. Ford's Fire Company will be escorting Santa Claus through the 7th Fire District on Sunday, December 21st, starting at 10 a.m. Listen for the sirens as they spread the Christmas joy throughout the 7th Fire District. I'd like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and all happy holidays, whatever you celebrate. Have a safe, happy, and healthy New Year. Thank you, Council President.
Thank you, Councilman Bauer. Councilman Small.
Thank you, Council President. Thank you for your leadership, your guidance, but most of all, your friendship. Appreciate it. And for your service in the Avenel community, not only as a council person in Avenel, Port Reading, but your work as a volunteer fireman. Greatly appreciated. I want to wish the residents, our first responders, our township employees a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, and God watch over our men and women in blue. God bless America. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilman Small. Councilwoman De Jesus.
Thank you, Council President. Thank you for your leadership, and thank you for your support to each and every one of us when it came to items on our agenda, but also when things came up in our personal lives. We really appreciate your friendship. I really appreciate your friendship. And this is a good seat, so maybe you'll sit over here, since this is prime realty right now. I just want to extend again my condolences to the Woodbridge Police Department. Please not only keep Officer Timpani's family in your prayers, but also remember to say a prayer for all the men and women in the department, because it's a loss for all of them. I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, a happy and prosperous and healthy New Year. Les quiero desear unas felices Navidades, un próspero año nuevo a todos, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa. Just wishing everybody a healthy, happy, prosperous New Year. And that is all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman De Jesus. Councilwoman Meehan.
Thank you, Council President. My agenda is in order. I'd also like to thank you for your guidance and your patience this year. You led us through some tough council meetings, and you did it with grace, and you listened to all of our residents. You did a really well job, and took good care of our council with your guidance. So thank you for a good year. And just Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. Just like Lisbeth said, keep Officer Tenpenny and his family and all of our officers in your prayer. It's been a really difficult week for all of them. And that's all I have tonight. Happy holidays, everybody.
Thank you, Councilwoman Meehan. Councilwoman Meehan. Councilman Patel.
Yeah, my agenda is also in order. Thank you, Council President, for your leadership. I mean, whole year you had very challenges. You took them really nicely and wisely, and I admire your leadership. So thank you. I have your announcement. It's with profound sadness that we acknowledge the passing of Woodbridge Police Officer Michael Dennis Tenpenny. He was a lifelong resident of Iselin, a dedicated public servant, and a profound and a proud member of the Woodbridge Police Department. where he served with honor, courage, and very high moral values. A graduate of JFK Memorial High School in Iselin and Montclair State University. He was respected not only for his service in uniform, but also for the kind, disciplined, and selfless person he was. On behalf of the community, we extend our heartfelt prayers for the eternal peace to his soul and our deepest condolences to his parents, family, fellow officers, and all who were blessed to know him. His service and legacy will always be remembered. I also want to take a moment to share my sympathy with the Iselin family who lost their home in recent fire on Bender Avenue. This is a very hard situation, and our thoughts are with them during this difficult time. If anyone in the community is able to help with donations or support to help them stay warm and replace their belongings, that would be greatly appreciated. Iselin and Mellow Park Terrace always come together in times like these, and I thank everyone for their kindness and support. Also, I want to sincerely thank to our Public Works employees for their hard work clearing the roads, spreading salt to keep everyone safe right after the storm past Sunday. They worked long hours and did an excellent job for our community. A special thanks to you, Public Works Director Mr. Brew, for your leadership and dedication. In the end, I would like to wish all the residents of our township a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year. May this holiday season bring peace, joy, warmth to you and to your beloved families. As we welcome the new year, may it bring good health, happiness to all. Thank you and best wishes for a safe and wonderful holiday season. That's all for tonight.
Thank you, Councilman Patel. Councilman Harrison is excused. Mr. Mitchell.
Thank you, Mr. President. My agenda is in order. I too like to thank you for a great year working together. We do pretty much talk 7 days a week, so thank you for that. And then we are going to retire into executive session at the end of this meeting and fill you in more on that.
Thank you, Mr. Mitchell. Mayor?
Thank you, Council President. I first want to congratulate and thank the Woodbridge Police Department for their show of support for Officer Tenpenny and his family, particularly today. The church was absolutely packed, and there had to be 3/4 of our police department out there in uniform, walking together and lining up outside together, escorting the casket. It was just an amazing show of strength and support for one of their own, and the camaraderie and the partnership between the members of the Woodbridge Police Department, from the earliest rookie to the most veteran cop, just was unbelievable. Director Niski just does a fantastic job. Sergeant Augusta was the leader of the procession, the ceremony, making sure everything worked. Nobody gets a chance usually to see the whole procession, the funeral procession, but TV 35 filmed it as they came in through Town Hall. If you haven't seen the video, please watch it. And they had the radio talking about his last call, and it was just touching. It was just so well done. And it just shows you how great our police department is. Not only the job they do, but the way they care about each other and stand up for each other and help each other was just amazingly heartwarming to see. On a business note, a lot of people may have noticed that we have not had a Friday call, or code red call, in the last 4 weeks. If you haven't noticed, thanks a lot. It means you really care about what I say every 2 weeks, every week I should say. But the company that provides the service for those calls was hacked, and they lost their database. They're working on slowly getting it back. But we're still recording the call on film. It's on TV 35, it's on YouTube. We're spreading it around all the different social media accounts. We still want people to know what's going on in town. It's probably a little bit good because with everything happening in December, we never could have fit everything in 2.5 minutes, which you get for the call. But we'll be back hopefully as soon as we can. And then the last thing I want to say is thank you to George Brew and the crews for the snow removal. It was unexpected. We got more than we thought, sooner than we thought, and we had to call more people in than we thought. But the bottom line is, as usual, they did a phenomenal job with our snow removal efforts. So thank you very much.
Mr. Samu?
Thank you, Council President. My agenda is in order this evening. I would like to say congratulations to you. It's been a pleasure working with you this year. And I just want to mention that my thoughts and prayers go out to the Tenpenny family and his friends. Thank you, Council
And
President.
if I could, Council President, I was so much to worry about, I forgot to say that odd-numbered years are tougher than even-numbered years, because every first Tuesday of an odd-numbered year, crazy things happen. The many weeks and many months before that, these meetings get difficult, they get hard, they get controversial, they get people attacking people. We had a lot of big issues this year with Sequest, we had a lot of big issues this year with feral cats, and we had people from all over the state coming to town council meetings. People that have no direct interest in what we do other than a passion for what the issue was, which is I respect, but it was a very, very difficult year, and this is coming from somebody who's been coming to these meetings for a very long time. And I thought the job you did as council president, quarterbacking and refereeing, and basically running the meetings and keeping everybody respectful, and knowing that you were in charge and knowing that they had to have proper decorum. And although it was tense and difficult, you handled it incredibly well. And I think you did a phenomenal job as council president. And I want to say what a great honor it was to work with you and to be a good friend of yours. I remember way back when there was an opening in the 3rd Ward and you and I started talking, and you were so anxious to get on the council, to be a public servant, and you've been phenomenal. And this year was just the best I've ever seen you do, and so congratulations.
Thank you very much, Mayor, I really appreciate that. Please, Director Niski.
Thank you, Council President. My agenda is in order. On behalf of the Police Department, Mayor, Council, Township Administration, your words and presence mean more than words can say. Council President, congratulations on a great year. It's been a pleasure working for you. I have a handicapped parking space I need to delete on Ellis Place. Other than that, my agenda is in order. Thank you.
Thank you, Director Niski. Planning and Development, Director Dorsey.
Nothing this evening. Thank you, Council President.
Thank you, Director. Public Works, Director.
Thank you, Council President. I have one item on my agenda tonight, and it's a resolution in support of the NJDOT Route 440, Route 95 to Cradle Street improvements. Thank you.
Legal?
We have nothing this evening, Council President, but on behalf of the legal department, I just want to take a second to commend you for the job that you've done over the last year. Elections are often trying times. People come trying to advance their candidacies, and I think you handled it with great skill and fairness, which is the hallmark of this council. And so, to you, congratulations. Thank you. Look forward to future Council President McCall next year, and to everyone, on behalf of all of us, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year, Happy Kwanzaa. To everyone, let's hope it's a great year next year.
Thank you, sir.
Whereas Section 8 of the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, Public Laws of 1975 permits the exclusion of the public from a meeting in certain circumstances. Therefore, be it resolved, the Municipal Council is going to retire into executive session to discuss personnel matters for approximately 10 minutes. At this time, I'll ask for a motion to approve the resolution.
Motion?
Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye? Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it. This time I have to ask the public to please exit the room, as we're going to go into executive session. Okay, Mr. President, we're back in session. It is 6:37 p.m. You had just approved Resolution 94, allowing you to go into executive session. Now we have a proposed settlement agreement before you, which is number 95. That said, can I get a motion to approve Resolution 95?
Motion?
Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye? Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. For me, motion to adjourn.
Motion?
Second. Meeting adjourned. Have a good night. Thank you.